why don't we just kick this off? Hello and welcome to the weekly Wednesday lunchtime live stream here on twitch.tv/DDOstream and youtube.com/DungeonsandDragons/live. I'm DDO's community manager, Cordovan, back from a week-long break on Wayfinder. Gonna run some questing, do some questing, and basically do a lot of Q&A, I suspect, today. So, casual day on the weekly Wednesday lunchtime live stream, easing back into the workspace. Hope you guys have had a good break as well. Yeah, you're right. You know, the Twitch chat, I can't get the Twitch chat to display. I think whatever kind of plugin I'm using is just not working. I don't know. I keep pushing connect. Just isn't working. I guess we'll just have to get rid of that for now and bring that back at a later show. Hey, Teasall TV, Fire the Dragon Leader, Quinfer. Appreciate you guys being here. So, again, I'm on Wayfinder. I do have an LFM up. If you would like to be a part of the group, go ahead and join. Any 1 epic levels will be good enough. Whatever you want to do. So, there we are. So probably the biggest thing we could talk a little bit about here is the work that's being done with our data center and the lag and things like that. I am sure that people are going to have questions on it, so we should probably just go ahead and talk about that, huh? Yep. So, we went to the new data center and have been working to make improvements on things. In particular, we brought some of the servers down on Monday, and again we brought the rest of them all down on Wednesday here to make some improvements. In particular, the improvements are meant to help, not solve. Things are better from all of our initial reports, at least. Looking good. But we still have more work to do. We know that we have more work to do. And we'll be doing that work in the coming days and weeks. But we basically did a bunch of kind of optimization of server flagging and things like that. There was some technical stuff I can talk about here in a little bit that I would actually have to reference a document for. But we have been making some progress, and we will be continuing to make more in the coming days. So hopefully, if you guys have been experiencing some less than optimal in-game experiences, shall we say, things will be better soon. And may already be better for you, depending on sort of your particular situation. But we are aware of it. It's something that we have been working daily on with our network operations people. Your trace routes and that have been helpful. And like I said, particularly we found a series of things that we could do earlier this week that when we test implemented them on Argonesson and the Lannis on Monday, we did see some improvement. Not enough to say that it's resolved, because we are still seeing some additional lag and things like that we're working on. But it's better than it was, so that's a good thing. And some folks are having a pretty good experience. It does seem to be worse in larger groups. That is something we're also aware of and are working to address. Am I playing a PDK? I am playing a PDK. Because I enjoy this character. This is just a real simple, pure barbarian, 1 level of fighter, because that's what I had as a PDK. I just rolled this up for a static group I was in for a while and really enjoyed playing the character. And static group is no longer active, but as long as the character is in the early levels of 20, it makes sense to use her for the live stream. So, just kind of a basic barbarian. Nothing too fancy going on. This character was, the static group in particular was such that we only wore what we found in chests. Let's see, let me look at my handy dandy map here. I'm trying to get to either dealing the demon or reclaiming the rift. It looks like I'm still a little west of dealing the demon. I might be able to get there, perhaps. So, I don't know. I guess, what else would you guys like to know about the data center work? Part of what we're running into is trying to optimize what essentially is an older game client on newer hardware. And that does bring with it some particular challenges that we have had to address.
My children in the Underdark fear and respect me. Those on the surface will come to regard me in the same light, once I am the goddess they must turn to.
Alright. So, this is a little bit of tech talk, but here, what is currently being done to try to resolve these issues? What we could say is we are implementing new network connections and adjusting our main networking backbone, as well as troubleshooting server-side configuration changes. In addition to moving the data center, we also had to, I guess it was described as, in addition to moving the data center, the architecture was uplifted to modern operating systems and virtualization technologies. Adjusting the old code to run in this environment has provided its own set of challenges. So, we have done some server configuration changes, and we are going to be migrating additional networking components in the near future. Yeah, I too had questions about that last jump, Teal's All TV, but I did it. Let's see. Oh, am I getting drowned out a little bit? Yeah, I can turn down the game. No problem. Probably easier to do that than turn up my microphone, because I am on a headset. Anyway, it's good to be back. Like I say, we are aware that we've had some issues, but we are making improvements, and so hopefully in the coming days things will be getting a lot better on that front. And we'll be taking, I think actually today-ish, I'm just going to start a thread where we can start to collect more of this information as it comes along. I could have sworn dealing the demon was down this way, so now I have to get down that way. Demonweb, you are so complicated. Yes, I did enjoy my vacation. It was great. I hung out with my son. We went to Chuck E. Cheese. We went to the Pinball Wizard Arcade. Played a lot of Legos. Broke out the classic Light Bright set. you know,
There is a fun game I like to
fun
play around
stuff.
here. My children slaughter and scheme against one another to gain or uphold their will. They all fantasize about overthrowing me. Then, later on,
Did have to keep an eye on, you know, all the
well,
various
look on
lag
their
reports and
faces
things like
on
that
the
that have been
day
going
I've
on.
yet to
You know,
confront.
that kind of comes with the territory, though. That's okay. Any idea on the exact date on when the anniversary will be over? No. I would say tentatively we're thinking maybe something like mid-April, but don't hold me to that yet. Let's just stick with what we've been saying, which is at least through the end of March. So you've got at least another 7 days to turn in all your stuff, although realistically probably a little bit beyond that. Hopefully we'll get together pretty soon and make a decision as to when we want to do that. But you've got at least another week or so. Potentially longer. Probably longer. If I was to just guess right now, I would say sometime closer to mid-April. But we'll see. What class is getting a pass next? It's not a full class pass, but we are going to be working on the fighter. Fighter Kensei. The Kensei tree is going to be getting a pass for update 31, most likely. Yeah, you take a week off, and all of a sudden you're like, "Oh man, what am I doing?" But I didn't get, because I was spending time with my son rather than being on a computer. I didn't get the opportunity to play much DDO last week, but I know that we had issues with the data center, so I've been logging in quite a bit in recent days, playing in groups, playing in different servers. I've hit up just about every server so far. Some of it I was playing solo, but I often tried to be in a group as much as I could.
If Elminster is the
Okay,
chosen
so where
resort,
is this
and
stinking
Elizabeth abandons the
quest?
throne, then what are the odds of Elminster abandoning you? I can just imagine what he said to convince you to come in here.
Welcome.
May he preserve Mistress memory. Then,
Hello.
who sent you into my realm? Alone.
Just down a little bit. I'm in the demon web at the moment, but Alright, let's see. What is in the next update? Well, the next update is going to have some quests in it. It will have the Umber Hulk. It should have the Fighter Kensei. And other stuff that we'll have more about later. Just gonna do the teleporting thing. How is Fighter Kensei being changed? It's in an early design state, so we're not really ready to share the tree with you right now. They did give a pass to the Players Council on it just recently, and I would expect that that information would get out to just the general public fairly quickly, but not quite yet. Only because it's in a particularly likely to change state. It just doesn't seem like it would be a good idea to get too detailed right now. Oh, yeah. Yes, Legos and Light Bread. I really relived my childhood. Although, you know, it's actually kind of funny because nowadays the kids have got pretty fancy Legos. He got a like a helicopter thing, and I was like, man, I never had a helicopter when I was playing Legos. It's pretty great. I don't. I don't suppose you know where you're going, Don Pope, in order to get to either dealing the demon or reclaiming the rift.
Dealing the demon sounds good, but it's far on the other side.
Yeah, I've been only having a hard time getting to it.
Okay, reclaiming the rift is this one.
Great. Old Legos are the best Legos. There is something to be said for the old Legos. I'm not gonna lie, but I also need to admit that modern Lego technology is pretty amazing. They look very cool. Yes, it's just amazing what Lego technology hath wrought. Stabilize the rift.
As he lowers his head to summon more adversaries, some of your life force fuses into the rift. It grows stiller and more solid. Still, it is far.
Do I think there will be a DDO2? Well, if there were, I certainly couldn't talk about it, but no immediate work is being done on a DDO2. That'd be neat, but
The barrier has gone down again. It won't stay down for long.
aha, good. A Lego DDO, that'd be fun. So my main goal is to just sort of get flagged for caught in the web and finally get through this chain. So I'm just running it on normal. I'm only level 24. So for me, the issue is not trying to challenge myself, it is to complete this. And do it quickly.
The rift now appears to be halfway stabilized. A little more effort should do the trick.
More! Be death and fury incarnate. Solo Epic Elite is manageable with aggro and DPS managing, sure. Or you could go the easy route. Run it on normal and be done. That is what I am choosing to do.
Hideous grin turns to fury as he looks a moment early. He sees you healing the rift.
So hope you've been digging the anniversary quests and all that. I'm doing my final runs pretty much on characters. Got, let's see, 4 more runs on Thelanis to do. I'm actually going to try to get some more done on Wayfinder here because I've got 13 tokens already, so I might as well get something cool. Cool. Have I seen the Batman versus Superman movie yet? Well, so here's the amazing and awesome part of being a Warner Brothers studio employee. I get to see it tomorrow at 4 o'clock in the afternoon for free. Special screening. It will be fun.
Stay there.
So no, I have not seen it yet, but yes, I will see it soon. And I'm looking forward to it. Looks pretty fun. Lead on. Oh, where did he go? You're a genius. I already have Trial by Fury.
Okay. Then we do the next.
Yeah, I need to do Deal in the Demon. Thanks for getting me there, though.
Whenever one falls, I will consume yet another one. And another. I must have more. More worlds.
People, let's see, let me get to that question in just a second here.
I will have more! I alone have woven the demon into the grand tapestry of destruction and survival that you see around you. Bask in the glory of my works.
All right.
The Yugoslav universe stands on the next rise in his true form, waiting.
City Play Studio says, I keep getting asked about whether or not we'll be able to craft some of the new equipment properties. At the moment, what we're going to be focusing on is, we got them working with the new random gen loot system. And when we do our upgrades, we'll probably be adding shards for all sorts of things. So probably, but maybe not all of them. We'll kind of have to see how it ends up.
The shattered remnants of some fallen kingdom rest with the queen between the web strands. Somewhere here is the queen's
Any word on the solution to the DDO store causing the game to crash? So, my understanding is that basically if you're using a really old version of like XP or something, you might be running into an issue. And yes, we are working on a solution to it. Once we have more to say on that, we will. But yes, we are working on a solution to it. I think at least some kind of possibility has been checked in, so we'll see. But yes.
The sign with the faintest flicker, the sign deactivates. The second sign floats just at the edge of the promontory. There must be a way up.
Sorry, I'm being a little quiet
You
here
got the
today.
diamond?
Oh, oh, there we go. Alright. So, I guess, just let me just say on the lag front that, like I said, we'll be creating a thread today to get more information. So, if you are running into things in game, please let us know about it after today in particular. And we'll be working through that stuff. So,
The sign trembles and then is still.
you would do well not to question his will. Oops.
Beyond the second sign, Ruins Keep can be seen. A dark tribute to chaos, to decay.
Yes, it is true. Colored text can be pretty hard to read. I'm sorry, Big Jim, I can't read through stuff either.
Stands guard before the third sign on the keep's barrier.
Ah! Let me not die. Not today. I'm so angry. Woohoo! Just call me Hezru Hunter.
The third and final sign has been undone. The barrier has dropped. The Yugoloth waits for you by the planar door.
So mostly just been running anniversary stuff when I have been doing DDO in game. But just doing some of the lag stuff, I've just been logging into various servers and hitting up LFMs and that. I did like a fun 1, 2, and 3 group at one point, and another night I went, just ran a bunch of Orchard Slayers with someone, things like that. It's cool.
The Unenfish Schnaller, champing at
Alright, this will be fun.
its court in the great hall of the Blazer, eyes the mercenaries. Why fight against me?
Quiche, no rock.
This war? Rouse a Yugoloth soldier? Do yours.
You're so stunning. So stunning it makes me sick. Yep. Ooh. Okay, okay.
Is fulfilled. Your collaboration come to an end. More importantly, the war is now within your reach.
I tossed you the commendations.
Ah, great, thank you.
With the orb disabled, its power
Excellent. I don't suppose you guys are ever running caught in the web.
We could do now.
No, I think that's probably going to wrap it up for the live stream here today. In about 10 minutes. Don't have time for a full caught in the web raid.
Yeah, I think that's not enough. Right.
But that's, you know, I could probably get a group together. Maybe you do it this Friday. I don't know. It's actually a pretty cool idea. Maybe I should do that. Any mention about the next update? Cranky the Eighth Dwarf says, what is planned in April/May? Question mark. Yeah, probably something around that time frame. And new quests, fighter work, probably some other stuff that you will find about soon. Because if even, let's say the Europeans are 5 hours ahead, Friday night 11 p.m. their time-ish, sounds like a great time to run a caught in the web raid. Maybe I could get that organized. We could actually do that for this week's Fridays at 5. That'd be fun. That's kind of interesting. All right. Planar focus of erudition, charisma. It's probably better than my breach of water breathing. Oh god. Yeah. Only the finest quality questing for this live stream. Yeah. Let's see. So yeah, we will do that next Friday. Yep. Yeah, we'll do that next Friday. Thanks, Don. I really appreciate you helping me get flagged for this here today. I am going to toss you a 500 turbine point code that I'll get in the in-game mail system a little bit later on today. Thank you very much again. Really appreciate it. And we do have a
Yeah,
little
that's
bit of
fun.
time yet, so maybe I will just do a quick pass through the anniversary dungeon or something here. We'll answer a few more questions for the next 10 minutes or so. It's like kind of a casual start to things. Really, we've just been focused 100% on post data center migration work. That has been the main focus of our attention, as it should be. But we are making progress. I know that we have a little ways to go, but the work that we've done this week has shown a noticeable benefit. And so now it's just a matter of one thing at a time, the next thing and the next thing until we really take care of this issue for you. So. No, no product endorsements. All right, let's see. How about you are level, let's see, 14, 19, 20, 21. And I'm 24. Let's just go in at level 24 here.
25 is okay too. 26.
House Fjord guards block a kobold from entering the anniversary party. The excited creature waves to you.
Is there still an issue with the Windows 10 upgrade making DDO fail to run? Not that I'm aware of. That's not to say that it is not possible that you'll run into an issue, but I myself use Windows 10 just fine, and I'm logging into DDO a lot, and so it works. Generally, similar to the old Windows 8 issue, you'll just want to make sure if you run into a problem, usually just either run it as an administrator will take care of it, perhaps moving it outside of your default program files, x86 folder may well resolve it. And making sure you have a good version of XX or C++ redistributable, something like that. But for me, it just worked. I just upgraded to Windows 10 and then launched the DDO client, and that was that. So, ah, no. Stop killing me. Oh no, I'm killing myself. Self-loathing taken to a whole new level. Cool, thank you. Yes, but I also killed myself many times. Yeah, one version's got a little mustache.
A figure sits bleeding on the floor, surrounded by stalks.
Oh, that's a good idea. Get those skellies totally out of the way.
Gives you one last defiant look. Next time, it won't be so easy.
Yeah, you know, generally it's one of those things. Whenever you run into a problem, if you do one of those three things, you'll probably get it fixed. And then there's everything else that can cause a problem.
You rarely enter the dim
Has there been a running total of how much each of us have died in this event? No, but I wish there had been. I would love to know which one of us was the deadliest.
of something being pushed across the floor.
I am going to guess that it's Steel Star, because Steel Star has a fair amount of sort of stunning ability, and that is a common form of death in my experience, is that you just, if you can't move, you can't defend yourself, then you're just a matter of attrition on hit points sometimes. So that's why I would guess it might be Steel Star. But I don't know.
Harbor Master Zoom motions for you to stop. The kobolds have taken over the chapter house. No one is allowed back there until we get the situation under control. The Harbor Master...
Yeah, Ruin and Greater Ruin definitely make a difference. Although like I said earlier, I've been finding it's actually most efficient to run lower level characters on this. Yeah, see, it could be Vargwheel too, because you're right, he does dance, particularly on higher difficulties, and that can be a challenge. Yeah, I've just been basically quick rolling level 7s and using that for the challenge event. Except, you know, if I'm in a group, like, on Atlantis, some of the guild is level 30, and they want to run it at level 35 or whatever, and that's fine too. But I think in terms of sheer time versus benefit, lower is better in terms of grinding out those party favors.
The kobolds have transformed the chapter house into an armed force.
Am I joining the Discord voice chat soon? So here's the deal. If you were to look at my desk on an average afternoon, I have got 3 or 4 IRC clients open, several Slack, HipChat, Trello type clients open, several forums and websites open, you know, internal wikis and all sorts of other stuff. So I cannot really. It'd be too much to add constant 24/7 voice chat to that. So I think the idea of a Discord for DDO stream is cool, but I cannot devote that much headspace to voice chat while I'm working here during the day. I do have to actually work. So I don't know if I'm going to be using it. Yes, I noticed that we have had we crossed the 100,000 mark on total views here. My guess is the anniversary live stream went a long ways toward boosting that up. But that's cool. That's great. Is being downgraded to a free account from premium a thing? Forgettable NPC says. Because for some reason I had that happen to me. No, for the most part. Either way, just get in touch with account support. They'll quick take a look at things and make any adjustments as necessary.
I clicked up the key.
I think it is theoretically possible if, depending on, like, if you spend a couple bucks and then like a year later tried to get support, maybe? I don't know. But in terms of your account, no. I mean, once you've purchased money, you'll have that, like, say, for character slots and things like that. That stuff is persistent, so. There we go. You already got the key, I take it? I should make a video of every question ever asked on the forums and make a video about it for YouTube. That would be one long YouTube video. Every question ever asked in the history of the last 10 years of DDO. That's a lot of questions. Would be fun though. But, you know, in terms of, say, picking and choosing some questions from the forums and doing a special Ask of show, that's a really good idea. And we should do something like that. Titan says, what did Purple Foos work on at Turbine? Well, Haunted Halls of Evening Star for one. A lot of quests and content. Yeah, I mean, just a huge number of quests. An incalculable number. He was also the design lead for a while. Or content lead. That would be one explicit video. Probably. That's funny. No, actually, you should take a list of every question never asked on the forums. Ooh. You'd have to know what every question was, and then you'd have to adjust it from there. That's a strange one. Possible, I guess. Someone just noticed the other day that negative damage will heal Jeetseer as a rogue, similar to like the Shadowfell effect. I think that's working as intended. Eek, I need a healing. Not much, but it'll keep me alive. Or not. Teasall TV says a week ago there was an issue where the game client didn't recognize my VIP account, but my Turbine account accurately reflected my VIP status. So to circumvent the problem, I had to log out of the client, into myaccount.turbine.com, and then into the game client. Problem solved. Right. That was, if I recall correctly, part of a subgroup of people that were impacted by the DDO.com data center migration. And so what they're asking you to do is when you log into myaccount.turbine.com, you're basically reconciling your account in our system. So for some of those folks that you know, maybe had some issues there right away, by re-reconciling your account in the system, it just cleared up all these issues. So that's something to try as well if you run into it. Great. Thanks, Don Pope. Appreciate you guys joining me. And thank you for watching the weekly Wednesday lunchtime live stream here on twitch.tv/DDOstream and youtube.com/DungeonsandDragons/live. We do have archives of our videos on both those channels here, so if you can't catch us live, you can always catch us later.
Yeah.
4 o'clock today, we have got DDO as she is
Maybe
played.
see you on Friday.
Yep. Great, thank you. And Titan is at 8 o'clock tonight, I believe. And like I said, we've got a full roster of schedules. A couple shows are shifting around a little bit, so we'll get an updated calendar out. May also have some room for your show if you think you might want to do something. So get in touch with me if that would be you. All right, thanks, guys. I will see you guys again soon.